Everyone thought Bianca Censori was Kanye West's puppet. But on March 5, 2026, in court, something strange was revealed. She has the power of attorney over Kanye. Legally, she can make decisions for him. So who is really controlling who in this relationship? Today is the story of Bianca Censori. From the very beginning. Because the beginning is not where everyone thinks it is. Before becoming the most discussed woman on the planet, Bianca Censori was an architect from Melbourne, a master's degree, her own jewelry brand, 6 years in a relationship with her childhood sweetheart, a normal life of a creative person. Her friends would later say, she always knew what she wanted. She jumped at her dream of becoming a famous architect, and she achieved it. 2020. She posts a photo on Instagram, a digital mask, alien proportions, avant-garde, provocative. She didn't think anyone special would see it. Kanye's team saw it. They wrote to her. She sent her portfolio and received an offer that would change her life, to become the head architect of Yeezy. But here is the detail that everyone missed. It was September 2021. Kanye was still married to Kim Kardashian, and that is exactly when Bianca first appears in his life, not as a girlfriend, as an architect. Kanye bought a mansion in Malibu, $57 million. Designed by Japanese architect Tadao Ando, one of the greatest in the world. And immediately, he started tearing it down from the inside. Bianca was the head architect of the project. She was the one visualizing the plans. All concepts went through her, and the concepts were special. Remove all the plumbing, disconnect the electricity from the city grid, tear out the windows, turn the house into a bunker. One of the workers would later say under oath, Kanye wanted to hide there from the Clintons and the Kardashians. Exactly then, Tony Saxon joins the project. A 35-year-old musician, record dealer, and handyman. He will become the reason for the trial we are seeing today. But more on that a little later. Because first, we need to understand what was happening between Bianca and Kanye while they worked on this house together. November 2022. The divorce with Kim Kardashian is finalized. A month later, December 2022, Kanye releases a song, Censori Overload. Her last name is in the track title, and literally in the same month, they secretly get married. December 20th, 2022, a confidential marriage license. No guests, no publicity. The world will only find out about this in January 2023. The internet's reaction was instant. She looks like a young Kim. Kanye heard this. He wrote on X, Bianca is not Kim 2.0. She is Bianca 1.0. Bianca herself stayed silent. And this silence lasted for 3 years. Because what started next was a period that divided the internet into 2 camps, and which she herself would name only in 2026. Transparent bodysuits, almost total nudity in public, silence next to him on every outing. Venice, August 2023, photographs that flew around the whole world. The Italian police launch an investigation. He writes on social media, I have power over my wife. Insiders say he chooses what she eats. He doesn't allow her to speak in public. He controls every look. Her family is in a panic. Friends stage an intervention for her. Wake up! The whole internet decided she is a victim. He is the controller. But here is the question that no one asked. If she is a victim, why did she refuse to sign an NDA from the very beginning? Why was she collecting an archive from day one? Messages, voicemails, videos. This is not the behavior of a person who doesn't understand what is going on. February 2026, Los Angeles, a courtroom. Tony Saxon, the former project manager, files $1 million lawsuit against Kanye. What is he saying? 7 weeks of work, 16-hour shifts. Kanye ordered him to live on the construction site, on a concrete floor with a coat instead of a mattress. One night, Kanye arrived without warning, stood over the sleeping Saxon, and asked, "Why aren't you working?" Saxon says he received payment once. He was fired when he raised a question about safety. He suffered back and neck injuries. Kanye's side responds, Saxon was paid $240,000 for less than 2 months of work, and he wanted to live on the site himself. 2 men, 2 versions, 1 trial, and it is exactly to this trial that Bianca is summoned. The judge warned in advance, dress appropriately, no drama in his courtroom. Bianca listened. She walks in, a long black satin skirt, a cardigan buttoned to the neck, hair in a bun, glasses, sits in the witness chair, smiles at the jury. They ask her about the plans for the house, about whether the concept changed. She answers calmly, "I think he used the word bunker to denote an aesthetic. These were concepts. The idea that something changed is not entirely true. It was always meant to be a residential home." She defends him, clearly, professionally, without hesitation. And then, one answer, which no one expected, they ask her about her authority. "In another court, I confirmed that I have the power of attorney over my husband." Silence. Let's pause for a second. For 3 years, the whole world looked at this couple through one lens. He controls, she submits. But look at the facts. No NDA intentionally. An archive of messages and voicemails from the very beginning. The power of attorney is hers. The first interview in 3 years, she gave it herself, without him. His representative called Vanity Fair and offered to include Kanye in the article about her. Bianca refused, because this was her story, not his. In February 2026, she will say in an interview, "I didn't marry him for the platform. I married him because I love him." And add something important. This year was like doing CPR for months. She doesn't specify what she means, but we all understand. I thought about this story for a long time. And here is what I came to. We all want to understand who is the victim and who is the controller. We want a simple answer. But Bianca doesn't give simple answers. She is an architect. A person who, by profession, knows how to see a building not as it is now, but as it will become. In February, she said, "Destruction gives life to something else. When I walked into that destroyed house, bats lived there. But it wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something else." She was talking about the house in Malibu. Or was she? Tomorrow, Kanye gives his testimony. I will be watching, and I will tell you everything. But for now, I wonder one thing. Whose side are you on in this story? Or are you also unsure if there are any sides here at all? Write in the comments. I read every single one.